Hello everyone, it's Penny. Are you ready for flexibility and balance? I hope so. Please have a nice clear space, a sturdy chair, countertop, or wall for a little extra balance, and we will be using a hand towel. Shoes are optional. Our focus is standing tall. Toes are directly ahead, lined up with your knees and your hips. Thumbs are straight ahead. Lift your chest, drop your shoulders, and just stand tall for a second. Notice how this feels. Think about hugging your ribs together, pulling your belly to your spine. And from this nice, tall position of really good posture, inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then exhale, bring your palms together. Have a seat. Knees are aligned with your toes, tipping from the hip, and you're still keeping that really long spine. Return to standing. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, opening your chest. Press the palms and have a seat. Pause right here, keeping your breath nice and fluid. Feel the foundation of your feet pressing down, big toe, pinky toe, and heel. And come on up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Palms come center. And sit. It can be an inch, a couple inches. Always pick those options that are right for you. And then gently come up. Take your shoulders up, back, and down. Please also note you can take breaks and get that water at any time. Right now, you're giving yourself that back massage. Opening the chest, releasing a bit of tension from your shoulder and neck region. And then relax. Right arm to the armpit, reach up and over. Hold right there. Thinking of a nice straight line between your feet and your hands. Release down. Left arm reaches up and then over. And then release. Now inhale, open. On the exhale, bend your knees and give a hug. Continue, inhale, open. Here's your side view. Exhale, give a hug. As you inhale and open, notice your posture muscles working. And then as you give that hug, notice your belly. Just taking deep breaths. Noticing maybe how already this just feels amazing. Moving with intention, control. Self-care. One more. And come back up, standing tall. Now take your feet, shoulder width apart. Thumbs lead the way up. And you may notice that your wrists and ankles are aligned. Now take your arms into your sides. Pick up your toes. I know these are a favorite. Knees hang out with your toes. Lower down, squeezing your elbows behind your body. And then inhale up. Moonflowers. Think about resisting as your upper arms come towards your ribs. You have that nice foundation of your feet. Building lower body strength, squeezing your inner thighs and glutes on the way up. Always allowing yourself to move at your perfect pace. And if you tend to go really fast, slow it down. If you're confident in your movements and you tend to go really slow, speed it up a little bit. When we do the opposite of what we are inclined to do, there's gold there. It's how we get stronger, expand our horizons. One more. And then come up, hands reach out. Take both toes forward. Now take one toe, turn it to the top of your mat if you have a mat, or just to the side if you're not on a mat. Now take your elbows in, bend your knee. It's aligned with your toes. Shoulders are over your hips. And we're going to do that flow, again, thinking about our upper back. We're going to inhale up, and then exhale, bend into your front knee. So even without the towel, you feel that resistance as you pull down, keeping your body nice and tall. Inhaling up, exhaling down, or just simply taking nice deep breath, enjoying the movement. One more. And then hold center. Hands reach out, reach forward, and then relax your hand down. Think about opening and lengthening up, or perhaps taking your hand behind. Both work. You can look up, center, or down. Just get that side stretch. Now cartwheel the hands, back hand goes down, reach up with that front hand. You have two long legs, fingertips reaching up as your feet press down. And let's flow this. Now just cartwheeling. Again, thinking about length, standing tall, long lines with your body. And of course, that breath. Nice fluid breath. Two more. And one last flow. And then we'll meet center. Turn both toes forward. Now let's take the opposite toe and turn it to the side. Then again, very important to keep the knee aligned with the toes. You just bend into that front leg. Squeeze your arms in. Shoulders stacked over the hips. And we're going to flow. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, squeeze the upper arms towards your ribs. Like you are floating. See if you can feel that floating, or otherwise known as flow sensation. Activating your grace. Grace is a powerful word. Grace in our movements can expand to grace for others and grace for ourselves. Two more. And then hold center. Two long legs. Reach forward and then just cartwheel. Top shoulder comes up and back. So again, long line, standing tall. Looking up, center or down. Use that torso to cartwheel up. Back hand goes down. Front hand goes up, and then we just slide down, lifting your rib cage. Just think of all this length in comparison to sitting. And now let's just flow this, your perfect pace. When you get a bit more space, take it. Thinking length again. Long lines, stable bodies. Two more. Reaching. And one more. This movement stuff, it's so good. And release. Now turn your toe front. Now both toes are a little bit out so the knees can hang out. Take a big breath in. Exhale, this time we'll hinge from the hip. Keep a long spine, support. And then gently come up. Just continue. Feeling opening in your inner thighs and groin area. Think about getting tall and expansive. And keeping that length even in the hinge. Maybe noticing what parts of your body are starting to open. Allow yourself to get a little lost. Finish one more round. And then we'll meet up. Walking the feet together, shaking everything out, and then coming nice and tall again. When your thumbs are forward, standing tall, your shoulder blades move slightly towards your spine. So many times if you find that your palms are forward, you'll see from the side, notice that slump. By taking your thumbs forward, it automatically lifts the chest and increases your posture. So pay attention. Are your palms forward? If they are, roll those thumbs forward, squeeze and open. We'll be grabbing the towel next. It's optional. You don't have to use it. And your chair is there if you'd like to use the chair for support. The towel adds dynamic resistance, so pulling it apart slightly, you'll feel your arms, your midsection, all kinds of muscles firing up. So we'll start with the towel, shoulder width apart, bring it up to the chest, and take the foot closest to me, step it forward, ground it, tiptoe, and then see if you can hinge up a little bit. Pause right there. Now the tiptoe, this is a great option. Release, step down. Let's try the other foot. Pull the towel slightly apart, stand tall, outside foot, plants. We tiptoe, and in your own time, you start tipping from the hip, and then pausing. Breathing, finding a nice soft spot to look at, and then release back. You're welcome to stay with that option. I'll add a layer. Step forward. We're just going to continue to alternate the feet. Tap, tip. Now take your towel to the ground, row it up and down. You can also tiptoe that back toe down. Feel those posture muscles engaging. Back of your shoulders, between your shoulder blades, and in the middle of your back region. Now hold it and step in. Woo. Let's try the other foot. Plant, tiptoe, take the hinge, Then the towel faces the floor, row. Now you could also be holding a chair right in front of you or just doing the towel. Please remember, meet yourself where you're at. Some days our balance is a little more on, other days when we're unsteady, we need that support. There's nothing wrong with accepting a little support. One more. And release. Shake it out. Roll your shoulders up and back. Let's come back out wide. Now we have our towel right by the thighs. We're going to simply lower down, knees with your toes, and take the towel right in front of the chest, pulling it apart, staying tall, and then bringing it back to the thighs. So lower down, hold right here, hold, drop the shoulders, pull the towel, keep the spine long, and then come up. Slowly come down and pause. Feel that stability right there. Breathe and come up. 2 more times. Down and hold, and yes, lower body is talking to you a little bit. Really important to have a strong lower body for fall prevention. And come up. 1 more. Sink and hold, shake. Your shoulders out to soften them, but your inner thighs could be shaking a little bit, I know. And gently come up. Now put a soft bend in your knees. And we have the towel. You may want to grip it a little closer together. Legs stay still, hips stay still. Just start sweeping the towel towards the ground. Now resist yourself, meaning your hands are pulling apart from each other. Torso staying tall. And yes, you're probably feeling the obliques that wrap around your trunk, firing up. So we've got the rows. You can take any part. We're going to go low and high. Low and high. Low and high. Use your breath. Imagine you're in thick, dense water. One more. And release. Shake out the arms, roll the shoulders, shake out your legs. We're going to move in to our glute extension balance exercise 1 more time. This time though, we'll change it out just a bit. So the towel, shoulder width apart at your chest. You can start with either foot, just keep alternating them. Step forward, ground. Tip from the hip. 1 row and back. And just keep switching, going at your perfect pace. Take your time, find steadiness. Feeling your entire back body working. Foot is grounding nice and even. I can't talk enough about that foundation from your foot. Spine is long because you are, yes, so tall. Breathe. Remember, if you fall out, you tell yourself, good job, and you get back in. I was recently reading a journal article. This is Brain Fitness here to do this while I'm demoing this exercise. And they were talking about rowers who got wet and rowers who did not get wet. And the moral of the story was to get wet, right? You got to take it to that next level, so pushing it just a little bit to have the gains. If you're not getting wet, perhaps you're playing it a little too safe and not understanding your full potential. When I say that, I mean it with caution, control, and confidence. So many times, that four-letter word, fear, pops in there and hinders our growth. Even yourself out. Relax, shake it out. Now come out wide. Knees with your toes. Soften. And we'll start hands out. So we're going to come down and then pull the towel to the thighs on the way up. Keep going. I'm going to give you a side view so you can see the spine, our focus, squeezing up. One more. Now place a slight bend in those knees. Towels pulled apart. Now we row. And just so you know, I didn't plan that story. Maybe this rowing action reminded me of the story. You've got the option coming down and up. So even those things we don't like, we learn from them, right? And yeah, I like squats. I'll own it. Let's do 4 more. One more. And release. Take your towel, place it to the side. Relax your fingers and just massage out your feet. Shake out your hips. Take one shoulder back. Just some nice movement. One of the reasons that I tend to do the shoulder rolls back a lot is because it opens the chest. And so many times we're in that sitting slump position. So there's a rhyme to my reason here. And relax, shake. Now, turn your body all the way to the side. Take the leg furthest from you forward. Both feet all the way grounded, like railroad tracks. Hips, toes, and knees forward. Draw your shoulder blades together. And then release your hands down. Notice the thumbs are forward. We can do a little support on the thighs too. Just keep that length in the spine. We're just going to hinge forward until you feel it all in the back of that leg. And then right here you can play. You could do one arm at a time in a fly, or maybe fly both, and then bring the hands back. So you're squeezing the shoulder blades to the spine, One more. And then keep this length. Hinge up. Release your hands down. Back heel comes up, creating balance. Drop both knees down, press your hip forward. Squeeze your tush. Again, thinking about our posture muscles, pretend you have a beach ball right behind your bum and you're holding it. It's heavy. Bringing your arms closer to the ground, creating a depression, a lowering of your shoulder. Look ahead. Breathe. And then release. Take your weight into that leg away from me. Bend. Maybe kickstand or bend. And just reach your hands out. One leg balance. Now, if you're feeling pretty good here, spell your last name in your head or out loud. And then release. Turn yourself around. Leg furthest from me goes forward, other leg goes back. We're back on the railroad tracks. Hands at the hips. Draw the shoulder blades together. Take a hinge, and maybe it's small. Maybe your chair is right there. Remember, we're all built different. We should all look a little different. Maybe putting a little support on the thighs. Just coming to where you feel your calf and your hamstring in that front leg opening. Chin is slightly off of the chest. So many things to think about. Then maybe we play flying one arm and then the other, or flying both. Now you're against gravity a bit right here, so you will feel, with that body weight, posture muscles working. One more. And then hinge up. Lift that back heel up. Both knees bend, straight down. Hip pushes forward as your bottom tightens. And then we find that beach ball. And remember, it's a heavy beach ball. So it's pulling your arms down. In turn, shoulders have more space between your ears. Release. Take your weight into the front foot. Tiptoe the back. And this may be enough. Or come into a hamstring curl. Thigh is next to the other thigh. And then just reach forward, but stand so tall as you're reaching forward. Remember, if you fall out, you got that kickstand. Start over. Ground, focus, breathe. One more breath. Now, if you like, try to spell your first name in your head. And if that's too easy, do it backwards. Or spell a word that is hard to spell in your head. And release. I just brainstormed one. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. How about that? We're out of time. Sorry. Roll the shoulders up and back. I'll save that one for another class. How about that? Press your palms down, ear to shoulder. Roll your chin to your chest and ear to the other shoulder. Just nice and slow to the front. One more in each direction. And then gently look up. Stand tall. Feet planted. Belly in, ribs hug, thumbs forward, shoulders down, crown of the head up. Just notice how you feel in this position. You can see all around you with good posture. You are looking up, increasing your awareness. It also is a posture of confidence and strength. So think about that as you go around through your day, being confident and strong. And then of course, it's optimal for your spine and it's great for low back health. So standing tall, take one more deep breath into your belly and exhale. Shake everything out. Awesome job. I hope that you enjoyed Stand Tall using the towel, and please remember, mix it up. Pick those options that are right for you. There's no perfect way to do it. The best way to do it is where you're slightly challenged, but you are confident and your body feels good. Day to day it varies. Drink some water, and I will see you again soon.